So welcome everybody. We're so glad you're here. We have exciting things to hear tonight. So Robert, you're up, right?
Am
Not
I up
yet,
already?
not yet. I'm going to be up and I'm going to introduce Robert.
All right. All right.
Man,
Well, thanks for trying, Connie. Yes, thanks for trying to slip me in there.
yeah, no, it doesn't go in that order. That's why we just wing things here. So here's the thing, guys. Look, we're going to talk a little bit about the business here today. And I want you guys to, before we get going, I want you to mark your calendars because next Tuesday night, we got Dr. Becky. All right. She's going to be on the call. Mintarola is going to be on the call. And then we got myself and we got our chief marketing officer, Angie. We're going to make three huge announcements. Truly, I've seen networking. I've been around this industry for 40 years, and all these companies going to go, oh, we're going to do something that's never been done before. And then you can't wait to get there. And then it's like, well, where is it? Because that's been done before. Okay. I'm going to tell you what, we will do something that I had spoken to somebody. And if anybody knows, if you've been around this space long enough, you know the name Todd Falcone, right? And Todd Falcone is a big, huge speaker. He's like, oh, I want to talk on Thursday. I want to do something. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, because it hasn't been done before. And Robert knows what it is too, because he's part of it already. And I've watched somebody who, like I said, we're telling people individually, right? Because we're working with folks and we got to back this up a little bit, but the big announcement will be on Tuesday. And, I saw somebody get involved into the company and reach this pinnacle within like 15 minutes. It was insane. Right. And it's good stuff. So, but tonight we got the GOAT and and he's looking like it tonight. I'm telling you that. So it's, let's talk a little bit about Robert because I mean, he's been around the industry. You know what? I got to tell you something, guys. I always knew who this guy was. It was crazy. I've known about him and known his history and his background. And I say in the networking space, you got all the really good stuff over here. That's the grass, right? You got the grass, and then what happens is, and those are the good, the ethical people, companies, leaders, all this stuff. And then over here, you got the artificial turf. And these are the kangaroos and the unethical and all this other crazy things. And I don't get on that side of the fence because you know what? If you ever played football like we did when we were younger, my brother and I, when you land on the artificial turf, it's way crazier than landing on the grass. So we'd rather be on the grassy side, right? So, and that's what we knew Robert. That's what we knew about Robert. And then everybody, if you don't know, go look it up and my story and what happened to me about 2 months ago, right? And then what happened was I got home after 2 weeks stay, turned on the internet. And the first thing that happens is I see this picture of my man, Robert here. And it's like, God's telling me, man, like this is crazy. He's like, call him. I'm like, what? Call him. So I called him and we spoke. And the next day, oh my gosh, I got such a nice long letter from Robert. Oh my gosh, I was like, I had to look in the mirror. I was like, what am I, a female? I'm in love now, and so it was a beautiful letter. And so now we're working together and I'm so happy to be aligned with this gentleman because what he stands for. That's it, what he stands for. So now you get to talk. How's that?
All right.
Turn it over to you and Robert Blackman. Here's everybody.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. And JJ and Connie. I was looking for this company, but didn't know anything about it. I was looking for this management team, but didn't know who they were. And it's kind of that's the law of attraction. That's, I was born again, got saved when I was 12 years old. So I'm a believer. And I believe that's the ultimate matchmaker. I'm looking for Michael and Michael's looking for me, but we're not specifically. So boom, we just get connected. And I believe in that. But that is a great overall theme to have for recruiting, but you can't have a steady diet of that. Okay. And so what you've got to do is you've got to put yourself in a position that you got to know how to recruit people, how to get customers, and how to get duplication. So I want you to write down what I call the 3 R's. Okay. Because this is the business in a nutshell. The first R is retailing, getting customers. The second R is recruiting. You got to get distributors, or you got to get customers to upgrade to a distributor. And the third and the most vital part of this business that most people I speak to who used to be in network marketing, who used to make 10,000 a month, or who used to be good at this, they just failed to do this third R, and it's what keeps 1 and 2 together. And the third R is called retention. So you got to learn how to retail, you got to learn how to recruit, and you got to learn how to retain these people. Just like if you were going to go sell insurance tomorrow, you just wouldn't walk out on the streets. They would take you through what a training course, just so you know the lingo. There are some things here that you need to learn how to do. There are certain approaches that we're going to teach you: how to contact your family and friends, how to contact social media, how to contact, your cold market people you just run into. There's different variations of how you can say the same thing, but differently to a different type of person. And Michael and I were talking about that tonight, about how the message is the same, but the delivery can be different because you have a different audience. And that's when you become what we call a master prospector. And you don't have to be in the business 40 years like me or 40 years like Michael to be a master prospector. You can be in it for 4 days. And that's what I love about this business, is that it's so simple. People try to overcomplicate it because they see the big earnings potential, or they know somebody who makes a lot of money, and they go, that's got to be really hard, because to make 10,000 a month at my job, I'd have to do this and this and that, go back, get a master's degree. So you're trying to equate Wall Street with network marketing street. And so they don't mix. You have to learn how to treat them differently. This is a different business model. And I'm gonna tell this story, which I've told before for years, but some of you may not have heard it. Let's say that you go down and get a yogurt franchise. You and your spouse or significant other or family member go into it, and you're in the yogurt business. Now, you wouldn't call all your family and friends and get them into a yogurt franchise. Let's say it costs $100,000. And let's say the yogurt franchise, Acme yogurt franchise, says, look, if you bring in, every person you bring in, you get paid $35,000. So all you got to do is sponsor 3 yogurt shops, and what? Your yogurt shop is free. How many of us heard that over our career? 3, and it's free. So you don't go to all your family members and say, look, I know you don't have $100,000, but you can go put mortgage on your house, you'll get a loan. Because if you go out and become a yogurt shop owner, then I get mine free. And that's the approach we sometimes take in network marketing, is that we immediately go for the jugular. We immediately go for the yogurt franchise. And it doesn't matter whether it's $100,000 to get in or $100 to get in. It's not always about the money. It's about I don't want to run a yogurt shop, Robert. I'm happy where I'm at, or I'm going back to school to get another degree. We just have a baby. I'm a coach. I go to church on Wednesdays and Sundays twice. And, I don't have any extra time. I don't want to have any extra time for this. I'm happy where I'm at. But what you have to realize is that by leading with the product, by learning how to do the first R, which is retailing, and that's getting someone either in as a retail customer or a wholesale customer. That's retailing. That you don't even talk to them about the business. So we have scripts for that. Okay. And we have ways to let you show the digital catalog and get everybody that you know to either order the product or to refer somebody over to you that they know that's into organic or green, because that's the next big boom. I believe it. Michael believes it. JJ believes it. Daniel believes it. Everybody at corporate believes it. And I know it. I feel it. I know this profession. Everything else has been done, right? And the best program to be in is this type of program. And I want you to write this down. It's a program where you can't get the product anywhere else. You can't. And that's the problem with most network marketing programs, is eventually Walmart or Costco has it on the shelves. We've seen that with all the different products that came out that were single product companies. And that's the other thing you can't be. You can't be a single product company, because you'll shoot up and then you die off, because then that product goes to the retail shelves. It's It's happened time and time and time again. I could sit here and name out a dozen different companies and products, but I won't go into that. So nobody has what we have. Nobody in the network marketing profession, nobody outside of the profession has what we have. So this is the only place that your family and friends, your social media friends or social media prospects or suspects, or people that you want to run ads or you want to buy leads or whatever you want to do into the cold market. This is the only place that they can get it. This is the only river they can drink from. And it's an education. It's an education process to let them know what we're all about. And when we do that properly, that's when duplication happens. So we're going to be teaching everybody. This big announcement this next week is going to be incredible. And we're going to come out with some scripts that will help you with that if you want them, and how to contact your family and friends, how to contact their social media so you can participate in these incredible new bonuses, or not, I wouldn't call it a bonus, but new tools that we have that are going to be great for you. So you've got to learn how to be a messenger and not the message. So you're going to be pointing people to places. Well, what's in all the products? What is it? Well, here's the catalog. After I send you the catalog, when's a good time to follow up with you? So you never leave somebody giving them something until you get what? Another appointment set. You always do that. So you have a callback. The great thing about this business, you've only got two legs, a left leg and a right leg. And all we got to do is find one or two people down each leg. Keep going in depth, going in depth. All you got to do is sponsor two people in this business in order to maximize it. Is find two people, one on your left, one on your right, that will go build it and run with you. And that's where the matching bonus comes in. That's why I believe this is the best compensation plan out there. I don't need to sponsor 100 people like I've had to do in other programs. I could sponsor 2 to 4 people and stop sponsoring and just help them. Imagine that your sponsor is so focused on you that they've stopped sponsoring because they want to get you to 500 a month. They want to get you to 1,000 a month. I mean, imagine how that would go with your team. And if you've been in for a while, it's a great way to go and get your team reactivated. Hey, I want to help you get to 500 a month. Would you like me to help you do that? Would you like me to show you how to do that? Well, how do you show them how to do that, Robert? You help them get 2 people at 250 or 4 people at 125. All you do is just focus on the match. Let the weekly income of the 10%, 5% on each leg, however you want to call it, let that be the bonus money. But just focus on the matching income. That's the best math that you could ever do in this comp plan, is how much money do you want to make? Well, I want to make $13,100. Well, you just divide it by the 10%, the number of people they want, and you got your number. Okay, we got to get 14 people at this. The math is so easy. You want to get to 1,000 a month, help 4 people get at 250, 5 people at 200, 10 people at $100. Can you see yourself doing that? When we put a program together in the year 2000 or 2001, we had over 2.5 million people opt in. And we didn't do that by spamming everyone. We did that by people talking, go here to this website. And out of that 2.5 million people, we had 80,000 people upgrade to a $155 auto ship that was only 100 points. Millionaires were made in like 3 to 6 months because of this. So in 18 months, 2.5 million opt-ins, 80,000 people came in on auto ship. When you do that, when you go through that process, you realize that this business is more about psychology than it is anything else. That when you're dealing with people of all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, that you've got to start with a common place, and that is the product. What can the product do for them or do for a loved one? I talked to one of my signups who came in at the $4.99 pack, and he said, I also ordered an additional product for my spouse. Great. Duplication's already happening because I've talked about that. We've talked about that on the calls. That's called leading with the product, but he came in on the kit because he wants to be a distributor too, but he's focusing on the product, and he got some additional stuff that wasn't in that kit for his spouse. And that's what you do. You expose the products first, because here's the one thing I'm going to leave you with tonight. that you can't ever do. You can't ever make anybody do this business. You can't. Yeah, as the number of times you said, man, he or she would be great at this. Yeah, they would, but they won't even look at it. What should I do? I go, leave them alone. Have you shown them the catalog? Yeah. Have you shown them the website? Yeah. Have you told them what you're doing? Yeah. Then leave them alone. And then every quarter, send them a postcard in the mail, say you're looking for people that are into organic or green. And do you know who I should talk to? Get referrals from them. Let them see what you're doing. Nobody does that. Has anyone ever done that to you? When they try to recruit you and you said no, and then 3 months later, they sent you something in the mail and say, hey, tell me who I should talk to. Give me a referral. That's the best way to deal with those people. But you can't ever make somebody do something. So why do people do things and excel where others don't? In other words, why do people get to the top of a compensation plan when others don't? Here's the reason why. They're sold on a cause, C-A-U-S-E. They're sold out completely. I mean, you think Michael Winnegar's sold out on the cause of 100% organic? Yeah, he's crazy about it. That's what I love about him, is he's sold out. There's no wishy-washy in him. And if you want to get to a certain income level in this business, you're going to have to get sold out on Essanté Organics. And you're going to have to get sold out on the products first. Then you can go be a beacon of light to people who not only want to be a customer, but those that also want to become a distributor and go earn money with you. Okay. That's when someone is got a cause, when someone's trying to save a loved one's life, they would sacrifice their life for it. I know my 5 children. I would sacrifice my life. I would jump into a river to go get one of my kids. If it cost me my life, then so be it. Because my cause is my family. They're my number one priority. So when your big business becomes a priority for you, your cause is to not just make money, but to show and help as many people as you possibly can get our products. And it's not just one product that's from, some island out in the, by Japan that nobody's ever heard of. It's 120 plus products that you can put in your body and on your body every single day. These are totally 100% plant-based organic products that nobody can get anywhere else. So they can't complain about, hey, I can get that at Costco for less. No, you can't. Hey, I looked up on Google. No, you didn't. Because I've looked there. It's not there. It's not, it's a little bit different. It's got some toxins in it. And let's go over that list. So you become an educator. Okay. If they find something that's totally organic, that's great. That's one. Where's the other 124? Where's the opportunity with just one? That's what I'm so excited about tonight. And I have been for the last month and a half that I've been involved, is that the longer I'm in it, and the longer I'm taking the products, and I'm seeing the change in my own chemistry in my own body and how I feel and how I'm sleeping, how my appetite is gone from eating all that popcorn and having Cokes with a candy bar stuff late at night, or ice cream with chocolate syrup and pecans and bananas and cherries, all that stuff I used to do because I raised 5 kids. And that's what you do as a dad. You can sit down and watch a movie, you eat popcorn, and you have ice cream with your kids. They fall asleep on you and you carry them upstairs and you put them to bed. All those habits are still here with me, but my kids are, except one of them who's 13, they're all grown. They're all in their 20s. So I've got to break those dad habits, okay? And get rid of the dad bod and get back to where my bod was before kids. And I do that by getting rid of the things that I'm eating that are toxic. So I'm going through my own evolution, as everybody else will that are taking the product. And am I more sold out on the cause today than I was day one? Absolutely. Why is that? Is because somebody's making me do it? No, it's because I'm doing it myself. I've got educated from Michael. He said, oh yeah, go here, go look, oh, try that product. Go, if you got the catalog, read the dang catalog, Robert, then call me back. Okay. So I went to go research everything. And then I started finding myself taking our products with the Coca-Cola. And I started cracking up going, how am I going to get alkaline when I'm drinking the products with an acidic product? And it's just having to change those habits. So the people that you bring in are going to go through the same thing. So you're not there just to sponsor them and say, great job on buying the $4.99 kit. Now go get 3 or 4 other people yourself, and I'm going to go sponsor more people. No, it's like, what products are you taking? What type of conditions do you have that maybe I can help you with, and I could recommend something? So you can take your time like you're supposed to be doing as a good sponsor, because you're matching what they do 100%. And if they want to make money and they don't, then the onus really goes on you as the sponsor, because you haven't helped them get into the program. You haven't had the enthusiasm to tell them they can do this, and you haven't helped them contact people. And we'll be talking more about that as the weeks come on, but you got to get involved in the cause. The cause is the organic movement, the green movement, the boom, whatever you want to call it, but it's here and it's coming. And it's going to grow with you or without you. And that's what I saw. And I said, I've got to get involved with this, not only for my own health, as I'm a cancer survivor from 5 years ago, and I wanted to find a way that I never got cancer again. I got it from excess radiation, but that's a whole nother story. So be a part of our cause here. And when you do, you're going to find retailing, recruiting, and retention are going to become 3 things, your 3 best friends, and they'll become very simple for you, because you're not forcing or talking people into do it. You're sharing with them the cause that you're behind and that you're supporting. So back to you, Michael.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know you were having Coca-Cola and eating popcorn and ice cream with the kids. For goodness sakes, I got kids. I'd be passing out before the kids were passing out. I don't even know what my kids were doing at that point. All right, guys, look, we know this is a little bit of a training for the business and so on and so forth, but I want to teach you something, because my brother and I have made that insane income that, if you told us when we were kids, you were going to make that when we were in our 20s, I'd be like, whoa, what is this guy taking, man? Give me a little bit of that. Then give me that drink, because who would ever think I would be able to do that? But I did it, right? And what you do is, I want you to understand, Danny's going to talk a second about positioning and timing, then we're going to wrap this up. But when you get into a small database, that's the key, not a big database, a small database. And even though we've been around for 20 years, it even makes it better. You know why? Because the things that I'm going to talk about that comes with a small database, you already got, because it isn't something where, you're using, crazy terms like clean, safe, not toxic, this, that, pure, high quality. All that stuff means read the labels, because labels, labels don't lie, people do. I was talking to somebody today that said, look at my stuff, look at my stuff, look at my stuff. And I know if I said the name of the company, everybody knows what it is, because they, the forest is on the website and everything else. And you think you're at grandma's house until you read the labels. And then you find out you're in a science lab at the university, right? And the thing is we're an education company first. We educate you about alkalizing. We educate everything about every little facet in this company. And we look at education first. Then we have the solutions. What good is the education if you don't have the solutions? And then we allow people to make decisions, right? But if you're one of those people that want to, I know some people in here, I'm looking at them right now. I got to make, this person wouldn't even call me back. It took her a few days to even get back with me. So I got to keep an eye on her in here, to make sure she stays around, right? But the thing is, she knows who that is. So the thing is you're building a fixed asset that creates a sustainability. It creates viability. It creates residual income, and it becomes generational, meaning you can give it to the kids, but you got to get into that small database. And what a great opportunity to have a 20-year-old company in a space where, you know what? I don't live in here. I live in here. Okay. So this is what I got to take care of. And there's somebody watching this here right now, Tisha, she told me this and it made a lot of sense. Look, get on the road. and you're driving your car, knock, 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 knock. And now you're on the thing and you're sitting there in 110 degrees, and here it'd be like almost 120, right? You know, because we're in Arizona, and you're sitting on the side of the road, got your hand up there, you're all bummed out, and you're waiting for a tow truck. You know why? Because you didn't take care of your car. You're not, if you service it all the time, it's never going to break down on you. If you service this all the time, it's never going to break down on you. So Robert, stop taking those digestive enzymes with the Diet Cokes. That's not good. I'm telling you, right? Now I know you don't do it. I'm just gotta, yank your chain a little bit. But the thing is you know what? That's what you got. You're a company that has everything all figured out. True story. I'm not saying it because it is. I mean, you got the leading research centers. I don't want to say that word, but the leading research centers in the world using this is their protocol. This is what they do to save lives. If you think it's good enough to be saving lives, you think it's good enough for your family, and you got a small database now, and you got that longevity, so you know the company's sticking around, that's huge. And now you can do the things that Robert did. And I forgot to tell you this, but he's made $20 million or $15 million in 22 years in a product company. His best year was $1.7 million. He didn't go out there and hustle products. You know what he did? He built people. And that's what you're going to do. And you stay close to your folks. And I'm telling you, but again, let's talk about timing and positioning. And then I'm going to call JJ on the president for one thing, because we had somebody that's in this room, Linda, and her husband. And like I said, I don't ever come prepared. Okay. Come to a Great Green event. It's like, what's Mike going to say? Well, I don't even know what's Mike going to say. You know what? I want to get up there. I'll say something, right? But JJ, he's locked in the room for 3 weeks because he's planning. He's like our micromanager of our company, which is a good thing. You got to have all this stuff to make this all work properly. But I said something, and as I said it, I saw JJ in the corner doing this, and he said, I got that answer, right? But wait till you hear that answer. But before we do that, let's talk about where we really do sit, because I'm going to tell you what, I'm a sports guy, okay? So as I work, I got golf on. As I work, I got baseball on. As I work, I got football on. As I work, it's all sports for me, right? Because that was my background. And that's what I'm into. And that's all I do. I can't get through a sports show. I can't watch a football game without seeing 15 commercials that if I used any of those products, get in on the lawsuit, for goodness sakes. And you're sitting there going, wait, what good is the lawsuit? I'm sick. I'm going to, maybe lose my life. And now I get a lawsuit that I get my money's worthless when you get into a bad situation with your life. So what good is all that? But you know what? We're so much more advanced as a population, and all the research is out there now. We don't have to get in those positions. We don't have to get in those situations. And you know what that starts with? Better choices. That's it. Really simple. Taking care of this, taking care of your family, your loved ones. And there's only one way to do it, because you know what? Plants are everything. Go read, I don't know where your faith is at, but I'll tell you what, go read the first book, and right there in the very first chapter, 29 and 30 in the verses, I gave you plants for food. What does that tell you? Plants are food, energy, life source, frequency, vibration, biomimetic. You can get minerals, peptides. All right, we'll keep going on for you. And we can get everything from that. And they're bioidentical. Blood and chlorophyll have the same chemical makeup. We talk about that all the time. And what happened, we'll talk about that on Tuesday, right? When we're doing that show. But here's the thing. Danny, I'm going to let you talk in here, and you're going to go, wow, that's his brother. Yeah, he is. Same parents. So I'm going to let Danny talk to you and give you a little thing about the timing of this whole thing, because I think this is really important when you get it, because once you get it, you got it. Daniel.
Thank you. So I always tell people Essanté Organics truly offers a once in a lifetime business opportunity. And people say, that's some pretty strong verbiage, Daniel. I go, well, let me back it up. The world is going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Once the world has gone green, it's too late. All the millionaires have been made. So what I teach people all day long is if you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're a wealthy individual. Now, paradigm shifts are very rare in people's lives. They'll experience 1 to 2 maybe in a lifetime. And that's just a fancy way of saying a product or device, once brought to market, 8, 10 years down the road, it's a way of life. The last chance we had to get involved in a paradigm shift was back in 1982. Mr. Jobs creates the computer. Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet's born. If you were first online in the 80s selling anything from wristwatches to toothpicks to picture frames to blinds for your windows, I don't care anything, you're a multi-millionaire today. Go online today, open your store selling whatever you like and see if you become a multi-millionaire. And I would say chances are slim to none, unless you just invented a product that doesn't exist, because there's hundreds or thousands of stores around the world selling whatever you may think of. Okay, now, miss out on the last paradigm shift. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But you're in the next paradigm shift. Forbes magazine, business journals around the world are calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. Okay, right now, about 9% of the world is green, meaning they're educated like us, and they won't use products with chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. When there's a company like Essanté Organics that makes everything that's in your shower, on your countertops, all 100% toxic-free and organic. They're saying 8, 10 years from now, that 9% is going to be 95%, simply stating the world has been educated. Because once you're educated and you know what we know, you can't unknow it. Now this is how simple the business is. It's as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home, in your shower, on your countertops that you and your loved one use, with hundreds of chemicals, not 2 or 3 or 30 or 40, hundreds when you add them all up. And not chemicals not linked to skin or eye irritation, chemicals linked to liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, reproductive women and problems. I can go on and on. Now you have a choice, okay? Before you didn't. And once you know, like I said, you know. And now it's as simple as A and B, okay? I can use these products with hundreds of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness, or I got B, Essanté Organics, the same products made with ingredients that are proven to nourish and heal the body. And I never had one person say, oh, Daniel, I want to use A, the ones with the chemicals linked to all the serious disease and illness. No. So, you know, timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. You know, timing meaning you guys getting in early in the beginning with Essanté Organics like you are now, when only 9% of the world's green, okay? And positioning being with a company like Essanté Organics that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Look, whether I like it, Mike likes it, Dr. JJ likes it, anyone on his Zoom likes it, the world is going green. People are getting educated. And once you know about the products you're using and the chemicals in them and what they're linked to, you're not using them anymore. Not when there's a company out there that makes them all organic and again, with ingredients that nourish and heal the body versus make you sick. So we offer an extremely rare opportunity. You have a very stable company that's been around for a long time, that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. And there's no selling. I'll end with that. That's the beautiful thing and the best thing about this company. We don't sell anything. No magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches, all the shiny objects out there. No, we educate people. We educate people about the products that they purchase every single month and they use every single day on them and their loved one. Ancillary products, another fancy way of saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. I don't care where you live in the world. I don't care if you make 10 grand a year, 10 million a year, or anything in between. There's 8 billion people out there that wake up every morning and stretch and yawn, and they get in the shower and they flip it on, they do their thing. They wash their body, shampoo, conditioner, get out, put their lotion on, brush their teeth, deodorant. These are staples in people's homes. All you're going to do is educate them. You know what? I found this great company, Essanté Organics. And I was shocked when I learned just by taking a shower, the average person puts 150 to 200 chemicals into their body. And not chemicals linked to skin or irritation, chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. You know, give them a little education. We got some videos that you can send them to watch. They do all the work for you. And I'm telling you, you know, 8, 9 out of 10 people are going to thank you. You know, and go, holy smokes, Daniel, I never had a clue. And I thought you were just trying to sell me your products, but I did some research and you weren't joking. You know, how can I get these products? So no selling. I'm not selling anything. I'm educating people. You guys are organic influencers. So you have a wonderful opportunity here. You're involved in a paradigm shift. They're very rare. Like I said earlier, you'll experience 1 to 2 in a lifetime. Look at the computer. It's a way of life. I don't know one company in the world that's still using typewriters. Think about that. Nope. Well, there's going to come a time where the world is educated and they're not using products with chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. And if you can get in front of that way of life and you work your business, you're going to be a wealthy individual. So with that being said, I'll throw it back to Mike, and I thank everyone for being on the Zoom tonight.
Yeah, no fancy words, no bioactive this and liposomal that and nano that. Those are just words that, you're like, whoa, hey, what? Huh? Right? No, that's crazy stuff, right? We produce everything. Imagine getting up. You know what? I can tell you this, and I will tell you this. We're the least profiting company in the history of this industry, although we're in profit, good profit. We've been around 20 years. Okay. But here's something we all get to do as people and as people working with this company. Okay. After today, I go to bed tonight, put my head on my pillow, and I go, wow, I did everything I've done my entire life. I didn't touch myself with one chemical. It was all plants. And it works better. I guarantee you, go use our shampoo. You'll be screaming louder than the herbal essence woman. I'm telling you, that stuff, people are like, oh, I want to eat it, And I'm like, exactly, right? And you know what? As people working in a business and working with people, you get to be able to put your head down on the pillow tonight and go, wow, I didn't say anything. They can do all the validating and all the checking they want. And I really didn't, it feels so good when you know you didn't lie to anybody, or you were saying something because you believed it. And then, like I say, labels don't lie, people do, right? And then they start reading something and then they're telling you about it. And you're like, well, what? And you don't know what to say. So you feel really good about that, right? And the thing is, can you imagine making 10% of all the volume you've ever brought in and 100% matching bonus check on people? Those are just two ways. Go add up that matching bonus check. Do the math. You got 10 people that you brought in, and all they're doing is making $250 a week. And you just gave yourself an extra $10,000 a month just because you're matching their checks. Come on now. That's huge. And if I told you what some people are making in this thing, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm not, and let them tell you. But we had somebody in the office today, and I got to bring this up because JJ was doing the math. And I looked at this lady's husband. I said, and we're talking about, I go, just think about this. I said, what if you actually got just a nickel, one nickel, forget about everything we got. Let's just say you got a nickel for everybody that took a shower in the United States today. Guess who looks it up? Dr. JJ. What's that number?
Well, unlike the debate the other night, I'm going to answer your question, but then I want another 30 seconds to add something else. The answer mathematically is $15 million in that day. So you would earn $15 million if everybody in this country, not the planet, you earned a nickel every time they took a shower in a day. So that's 15 million. The other thing I want to add is you gentlemen knocked it out of the park today. And Robert, the 3 R's, little shameless plug for those that came in a few minutes late. If you heard the 3 R's that Robert was talking about, critical. 2 of those R's, the last 2 R's, next Tuesday, we're going to offer you tools to help you achieve those 2 R's. So let me turn it right back to you, Mike.
All right. Thank you for so much. And guys, I want to thank everybody for being on this call. I hope you really you guys take a really deep look into this thing if you're brand new here, because good stuff, really good stuff. And you couldn't be at a better time in place in your life. Like Danny said, again, you know what? I look across the way, I'm like, wow, the guy's got solar. He's got green sustainable housing. Look at him pulling in with his electric car. You don't live there, you live here. You got to take care of this before you take care of anything else, and your family and everything else that goes along with it. That's huge, absolutely huge. And that's what you get here. And guess what? Nobody, go look at it. Show me one company in this space that's doing everything, all USDA certified organic, only plants. It doesn't exist. You won't find it. Here you got it. Everything. And there's nothing that I missed out on. You can't say like, well, Mike, I just did everything and I forgot to use that. Do you have it? Nope. You got it. That's why there's 120 products. So you know what? Take a good look at this thing, guys, and get back with the person that got you on here. And next week, guess what? On Tuesday night, Dr. Becky, you wait till you hear her. Boy, she's And that's a good education. She talks, like last week we talked about, or a few weeks back, pond scum, stuff like that, what to take care of that's internally. So we get educated on these types of things. And then you get the answers and the solutions. Mint's going to be on there. Woo, that's going to be powerful. You know what? You'll say, was she from the Marines? No, she's not. She's just a good powerhouse woman. Awesome. Made a lot of money in this space. And then Angie, our chief marketing officer, is going to release what we already have going on. And then on Thursday night, we're going to have Todd Falcone. Don't miss Todd Falcone. This guy's another guy who's a superstar in this space, right? And he's got some stuff that is really going to help you with training. You don't want to miss that market. You know, all I can say, guys, is, you know what? Thank you for being here. We're grateful. We're humbled. We love your time and spending time with you. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your businesses. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you again soon. You'll see me on another broadcast. Just keep watching Facebook. I think it's like daily, right? You know, like, oh, him again, right? But I mean, it's good stuff. So, you know, be blessed tonight, guys. And thank you all for your time. And we'll see you again on another broadcast. And peace out.